Hello students, this is the second part of chapter 8, How do organisms reproduce? In this class, you are going to learn what is sexual reproduction, what is the need for sexual reproduction and sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Let us continue. What is sexual reproduction? Reproduction in which two individuals are involved to produce a new individual is called sexual reproduction. A new individual is formed by the fusion of male and female gametes. We have learnt in part 1 about DNA copying. DNA copies generated during DNA copying are similar but not identical. This is the reason for variation. DNA copying is not accurate. The resultant errors are a source of variations in populations of organisms. You can see a family of dogs. All the dogs belonging to the same family, that is called Canis familiaris, but you can see variation among the dogs. They are similar but not identical. You can see one more figure. In this, there is a family of cats. All the cats belonging to the same family, that is called Felis catus. You can see variation among the cats. They are similar but not identical. The reason for this variation is DNA copying. The DNA copies generated during DNA copying are similar but not identical. What is the advantage of variation? Variations are useful for ensuring the survival of the species. You can see a population of green beetles and brown beetles. This is caused due to variation. The green beetles can be easily identified by the predators. As a result, the population of green beetles decreases, whereas the brown beetles cannot be identified easily by the predators. As a result, they survive. Their population increases. This is one of the advantage of variation. Variations are useful for ensuring the survival of the species. If DNA copying mechanisms were to be less accurate, many of the resultant DNA copies would not be able to work with the cellular apparatus. That is, in a cell, there are cell organelles. Each organelle has specific function. For example, ribosomes, they produce proteins. They are called the protein factories of the cell. Chloroplasts, they prepare their own food. Mitochondria, they produce energy in the form of ATP. If the DNA copying mechanism is less accurate, it is not possible for the DNA copies to work with the cellular apparatus. Variations are generated only during sexual reproduction. So, if organisms reproduce by sexual method, variation can be seen. This is the need for sexual reproduction. In the figure, you can see the maternal and paternal chromosomes. The pairing of maternal and paternal chromosomes. You can see the crossing over and the exchange of genes. This is the reason for variation. We know that in sexual reproduction, a new individual is formed by the fusion of male and female gametes to form a zygote. The reproductive cells undergo a special type of cell division before the formation of zygote during sexual reproduction. It is called Meiosis. In meiosis, the diploid number of chromosomes are reduced to half the number of chromosomes present in the parent cells. That is, male reproductive organs produce male reproductive cells or male gametes. Female reproductive organs produce female gametes or female reproductive cells. The gametes are produced before sexual reproduction. During sexual reproduction, the male and female gametes fuse to form a zygote. Before the formation of zygote, the reproductive cells undergo a special type of cell division called meiosis. That is, number of chromosomes present in the human body is 46 chromosomes. These 46 chromosomes are reduced to 23 by meiosis. 46 is the diploid number of chromosomes. It is 2n. So, each sperm contains 23 chromosomes, that is haploid chromosomes. Diploid number of chromosomes are reduced to half the number of chromosomes, that is haploid number. In females, the 46 chromosomes are reduced to 23 chromosomes by meiosis. That is, each ova contains 23 chromosomes. Diploid number of chromosomes are reduced to half, that is haploid number. By meiosis, diploid number of chromosomes are reduced to haploid. 2n is reduced to n. So, meiosis is called reductional division. 2n number, diploid number is reduced to haploid number. The cells with haploid number of chromosomes are called gametes. When the male and female gametes unite to form the zygote during fertilization, 2n diploid number is resumed. Thus, the number of chromosomes for a particular species remains constant. So, the significance of meiosis is the diploid number of chromosomes 2n is reduced to haploid number n in reproductive cells. Meiosis brings about genetic variations due to exchange of genes during crossing over between the two parental chromosomes. The problem of doubling of chromosomes during sexual reproduction is solved through meiosis in nature. It helps in maintaining constant diploid number of chromosomes for a species. This is the significance of meiosis. So, sexual reproduction is the fusion of male and female gametes to form a zygote. Male gamete and female gamete unite to form a zygote. Variations are generated only during sexual reproduction. So, there is a need for sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Angiosperms are a group of seed-bearing vascular plants in which the seed is enclosed by a structure called fruit. The reproductive organs in angiosperms are flowers. Let us see the structure of a typical flower. This is hibiscus flower. Let us see the parts of this flower. This is called the flower stalk. These are the sepals. What is the function of sepals? Sepals cover the flower bud and protect the flower before it opens. These are called the petals. What is the function of petals? Petals give beauty to the flower. They support and protect fertile structure and also help to attract the pollinators. Now this is called stamen. It is the male reproductive part. It produces pollen grains. Pollen grains produce male germ cells. Let us see the female reproductive part of a flower. The female reproductive part of a flower is pistil. Let us open the petals. Slowly open the petals. Now remove this layer. Remove slowly. The solan bottom part is the ovary. This middle elongated part is called the style and terminal part is called the stigma. The ovary contains ovules and each ovule has an egg. This is the female reproductive part of a flower. It contains stigma, style and ovary. It forms the pistil. Stigma, style and ovary forms the pistil. This is the longitudinal section of flower. Observe the parts. This is an important diagram for the exam. Practice it. There are two types of flowers, unisexual flowers and bisexual flowers. What is an unisexual flower? Flower with only stamen or pistil is called an unisexual flower. Example, papaya, watermelon. Stamen is the male reproductive part. Pistil is the female reproductive part. What is a bisexual flower? Flower with both stamen and pistil is called a bisexual flower. Example, hibiscus, mustard. Stamen is the male reproductive part. In the stamen, there are two parts, anther and filament. Pollen grains are found in the anther in pollen sacs. During pollination, these pollen grains are transferred to the stigma. Pistil is the female reproductive part. It contains three parts, stigma, style and ovary. The solan bottom part is the ovary. Middle elongated part is the style and the terminal part is called the stigma. Pistil is present in the center of a flower. Name the three parts of a pistil. The three parts of a pistil are style, stigma and ovary. The ovary contains ovules and each ovule has an egg cell. What is pollination? Transfer of pollen grains or pollens from stamen to the stigma is called pollination. Transfer of pollens from stamen to the stigma is called pollination. There are two types of pollination. One, self-pollination. Two, cross-pollination. What is self-pollination? If the transfer of pollen occurs from stamen to the stigma of the same flower, it is called self-pollination. Observe the diagram. Observe the transfer of pollens from stamen to the stigma. Pollens are found in the anther. What is cross-pollination? If the transfer of pollen from one flower to another flower of the same plant or different plant, it is called cross-pollination. If the transfer of pollen from one flower to another flower of the same plant or of different plant, it is called cross-pollination. Observe the diagram. Self-pollination. Transfer of pollens from stamen to the stigma of the same flower, or transfer of pollen grains from one flower to the other flower or of different plant, It is called cross-pollination. Write the differences between self-pollination and cross-pollination. The transfer of pollen from one flower to another flower is achieved by agents like wind, water, or animals. Animals, birds, and butterfly are the biological modes for the transfer of pollen. The non-biological modes are air and water. After the pollen lands on a suitable stigma, it has to reach the female germ cells which are in the ovary. Students, observe the diagram. Pollen grains and stigma. For this, a tube grows out of the pollen grain and travels through the style to reach the ovary. Observe the diagram, red colored tube. After fertilization, the zygote divides several times to form an embryo within the ovule. The ovule develops a tough coat and is gradually converted into a seed. The ovary grows rapidly and ripens to form a fruit. Observe the diagram, germination of pollen on stigma. It is an important diagram for the exam. Practice it. So, ovary forms the fruit. Ovules form the seed. The seed contains the future plant or embryo which develops into a seedling under appropriate conditions. This process is known as germination. What is the function of cotyledons? Cotyledons store food. They provide nutrients for the growing embryo. Thank you.